It's,
That shit is crazy.
and even taking it back to 86, like with the land bias and all that kind of shit, though, all in that effect, that's when Reagan was in office. I think from 83 to 86, he signed two bills. And, you know, when he signed the bill, so it'll be like this: 5 kilos of powder or 50 grams of crack can get you a minimum of 10 years to up to life. So now think about that shit, nigga. 50 grams.
Hello, class of cannabis. It's been a glorious year. I want someone in here to stand to their feet and tell me their best way to smoke. Who will it be? You are, what's your name, girl?
Not him. It don't really matter when we all agree. What's your best way to smoke? Cause I'm rolling it up. Smoke like I ain't had enough.
Look, this is the Best Way to Smoke podcast, and you smoking with Big J
And Serpo Jr. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and tell a friend. Hit that notification bell.
and we everything and anything cannabis, and we about the people too though. But look, I'm lighting up some motherfucking I got some Gorilla Glue. I got me a long GJ right here. I got some Gorilla Glue mixed with some Kush Mints OG. I like mixing the Gorilla Glue with the Kush Mints because you get that the Kush Mints kind of got a taste and a smell like crunch berries. And then that Mickey, everybody that done smoke glue know what that glue.
I don't think I tasted that. I haven't tasted the Cushman yet.
Yeah, that shit like crunch berries and stuff though. And then everybody done tried the glue and know how the glue tastes though. So them little mixtures together is fire. So look, let me hit this.
Yeah, I got some Silverback OG, man.
Oh, that Silverback is right too though. Yeah, that Silverback is right too. So look, y'all, Black History Month is over, but at the same time, we still keeping it going. We're gonna keep it going all year. We're gonna touch on different topics and different shows. So we want tonight we want to talk about land bias effect on drug laws. And if for y'all that don't know who Len Bias was, he was a basketball player, a top recruit basketball player that played for Maryland. And he overdosed. He went to the draft and he was supposed to go play for the Celtics, and he ended up overdosing. And him overdosing shined a bigger light on the drug problem and the drug epidemic and shit like that, though. You know what I mean? So Len Bias, he died of a heart attack at the University of Maryland that set off the Anti-Drug Abuse Act. And the Anti-Drug Abuse Act is different laws. It basically made the laws with drugs stricter to where, just say before a person might get a year in jail, that year could turn into fucking 10 years or something like that for a little piece of cocaine or what have you. And there's still tens and thousands of Black people serving excessive time in prisons. And that shit destroyed so many families. It's still families right now that's feeling the effect from that. You know what I mean? And shit, I have family members, we got family members on both sides of my family shit that is still feeling the effects of that and that has been through something, with that, homeboys, all kind of shit. You know what I mean? Just to see how, because you think a person get hooked on a drug, that's your focus. That's what you thinking about. That's what you want to get to. And with something like crack cocaine or the powder, you constantly trying to chase that motherfucking high and trying to get, and trying to get there and trying to get back there. So everything else don't matter. You might love your mom, you might love your kids and all kind of shit like that though. But the most important thing to you is getting to that drug. You know what I mean? And in 1986, the law created 100-to-1 disparity between sentencing and drug cases. And what that means is the majority of the people that was selling drugs on a lower level was, African-American people, Black people. And a lot of them the bill being passed and turning into law, that shit just created a lot of shit disparity in the inner city because people didn't have jobs. You know, it wasn't jobs to go to. It was like a recession, time. People couldn't even really get jobs. It was so much discrimination and shit. So a lot of black people was left to just get it how they live, as you say. You know what I mean?
I'm not actually going out there committing some type of heinous type of crime that deserved 10, 15 something years. I'm just trying to go, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to go and get high, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So that person that fell victim to that, and it's still some that's there, you know what I'm saying, fell victim to this law, this bill turned into law, you know what I'm saying, that like I just have a little nugget. Now I'm going to hear away from my family for like 10, 15, 5, however many years you're trying to give me for this little stuff right here. So I have some type of ill feeling towards this system of things. You know what I'm saying? If I have children, my children has an ill feeling against this system of things. You know what I'm saying? And then certain behaviors is displayed, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. Y'all don't have no care towards this. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You have a whole lot of people acting out. You know what I'm saying? So they come out with this bill expecting to, what, I guess it was to crack down on drug use. You know what I'm saying? But you can't criminally punish a person for drug use. I can understand if the person is off the drugs, your mind is altered, you know what I'm saying? And then you go and commit some type of crime that result in some type of years. But if all I'm doing is just smoking and I'm not even actually smoking this shit, you find it in my pocket or something or in my purse, you know what I mean? And you want to charge me for this. It's like you're not helping me at all. It's like you're actually making the problem somewhat kind of worse. You know what I'm saying? Because none of these people is actually being rehabilitated the way that they should be. You know what I'm saying? And it may not, and some of the people may not even have no problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to go and get high or whatever it may be. It's a whole lot of cases to where it's like people, yes, are addicted. You know what I'm saying? But you got some, it's like you have some of them casuals and them functionals that's out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who are you to say that this person is doing something wrong with their body and they not, you know what I'm saying, committing any type of crime, you know what I'm saying, towards a person property, a person physical being or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? That shit bred a whole lot of hate.
For sure, for sure. And then look, you think about nowadays, like Portland and shit, right? Now in Portland, you can smoke crack, you can smoke crystal meth, you can smoke all kind of shit. You can have all this shit in your possession and use it and be free and not go to jail. But you still and probably in that state and other states, you still have multiple people that's still incarcerated for probably maybe from charges from 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I mean, you can even look at all the shit the real Rick Ross went through. You feel me? Freeway Rick Ross. Excuse me. All the shit he went through, just to be free. And he's a heavy advocate in trying to reform a lot of them laws and change a lot of them things. And then look, you even think like now, well, years ago, I don't know if they still got this shit, but the Prop 36, remember when they came with Prop 36? I think that was supposed to be kind of a quote unquote, right? That was supposed to be quote unquote a fix. But you would even catch niggas that serving, you know what I'm saying? Niggas that serving will be like, oh man, yeah, I'll use this, you know what I mean, to get the Prop 36. But the catch to the Prop 36, now think about this shit, cuz if you got a motherfucker that's a drug user, right? That drug user is not ready, hasn't committed on their own to say, damn, I want to quit. I'm ready to stop. So now you take him to jail and you know he's a drug user and you put him on Prop 36, which is basically putting you on probation. And then if you get caught up with anything, that time you were supposed to get, you're going to get that time, whether it was 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, or whatever the case may be. You're going to get that time at like what, 80 to 100% of the time that you're going to have to do. Like you going to the feds. So if you got a drug user that's not ready to stop using drugs, that motherfucker gonna relapse. He gonna get out on a probation Prop 36. Oh, okay, he might get caught up with a rock in his pocket or something. Now they booking him and he gone for 10 years, 5 years, whatever the case may be. And it's like Jim Crow in modern day. You know, it's kind of like Jim Crow in the modern day. And it's sad that shit is like this because it's like people who sell drugs, you know, when they pass that bill, people that sold drugs and you know, maybe the user died or had severe health problems, the person who sold them that drugs can get they can get up to life in prison. You know what I mean? From whatever amount of time all the way up to life in prison from selling somebody, you know, a drug or whatever. You know what I mean? And to me, it's just like, if y'all not creating other options for people, and then it's like this too. It's like y'all not creating other options, and then you don't have no other avenues of making sure your kids eating and doing and making sure the lights and the gas is on and shit like that. So what else you gonna do if you don't see no other hope? Some people might just give up, but then you got some people that's gonna be like, you know what, I'm finna go get my motherfucking hustle on. This, you know, this what I could do. You even got situations, it's so fucked up with the modern day Jim Crow shit that you got people that, you know, kids sell drugs to their parents. You know what I mean? And shit like that. Kids will sell drugs to their parents and man, this shit is so fucked up from back in the days to where, you know, the black community still hasn't even begun to recover from it, because now not only was it the crack cocaine and the powder, now you got the youngsters that's on the lean and the fentanyls and all this other shit that's gonna fuck them up, you know, as they getting older and shit. And it's all generational, and it's all I guarantee they probably come up with different laws with all these different people dying from the fentanyl to where you get caught with that shit, you through vote. And I kind of think you already kind of through vote, because that shit is, you know, it's causing death to a lot of people. And I do agree, you know, with using all these different kind of drugs and shit like that. You know, it's some bullshit, but it should be different avenues, more avenues to helping people get off drugs and to teach people how to survive and make money without having to sell drugs. You know what I mean? To not be in that situation where they can jeopardize their freedom trying to support their family. Create opportunities. Like, man, it's fucking time, man. It been time for that kind of shit though, because it's just a catch fucking 22.
Yeah. And it seemed like, you know, with all of that, it's like you taking away basic choices. You know what I'm saying? The freedom to make choice decisions, you know what I'm saying, is taken away. Because it's like, say if I am a user, you're a user, you use whatever it is that you're using, you know what I'm saying? That's your choice to do what you're doing. You're not making a choice, you know what I'm saying, as I stated before, to go and vandalize no one else's property. You're not going to go and hurt no physical damage to an actual person or however you want to put it. You know what I'm saying? That's their choice to do so. And it's like, if they do want to get help, it's like you stripping them from that option by sending them up Shakes Creek. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all it is. If you get sent upstate, you either finna get swaddled up, you know what I'm saying, or you're gonna have a certain type of willpower to like get through this, you know what I'm saying, get whatever resources that you possibly can to your re-entry back into society. But for a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, you finna get sucked up inside of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you could have been a person that's like actually wants to get like some type of help. But the choice of that, you know what I'm saying, was stripped away. You know what I'm saying? It's like instead of you going to get like a real like treatment program with somebody, you know what I'm saying, to connect to you, you know what I'm saying, and actually show you different avenues. All that shit is taken away, you know what I'm saying? You put up inside of this, you know what I'm saying, concrete jungle. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what may happen, you know what I'm saying? You turn into a whole different type of person. That freedom of choice is like gone. You know what I'm saying? Over, I don't even really know what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you're not helping anything. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the drugs, however you want to like name it, was placed in here. You know what I'm saying? Not by us, the users. You know what I'm saying? And then once the users actually get caught with the thing that you actually put in and provided for, we are now the bad people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not actually sure how it goes. You know what I'm saying? But Malcolm X spoke up on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to make cards, you know what I'm saying, and give us cards, but then you want to charge us, you know what I'm saying, for playing these cards or gambling or however it want to be, call it a gambler. You want to make the alcohol, you know what I'm saying, the liquor and shit and put it in the liquor stores. Then we use it, you want to call us alcoholics. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't, it's like how you say, you know what I'm saying? In other words, it's like it's a never ending circle. You know what I'm saying? You call yourself, you want to make it appear as if like I'm helping you. You know what I'm saying? But then once you receive this help in a Prop 36 instance, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm a user. You know what I'm saying? Do you really believe, you know what I'm saying, that like I'm in the deep part of my addiction? You know what I'm saying? And then at the snap of a finger, you think I'm gonna just go out here and walk a straight line. You're setting me up. You know what I'm saying? You actually, and then once I actually like get caught up for this, instead of me having a mind state of actually trying to get better or whatever it may be, you making me kind of a little bit more angrier. You know what I'm saying? It's like that shit is like it's toe back, man.
And then, yep, and then it's like you get the syndrome of, you know, like coming from that. And back in the days, I remember hearing this, like, you know, uncles, you know, older people, all that kind of shit. Like, oh man, I can't get no niggas getting out of jail. Oh, I can't get no job. I'm a felon. Oh, it's man, I've been looking for a job. I'm a felon. You know, now it's a little more. It's a lot of jobs out there that's a little more felon friendly, depending on what you got convicted of, though. But you know, back in the days, it was not like that, though. So it really wasn't no hope. Nigga wasn't thinking like, nigga in jail wasn't thinking like, damn man, okay, I'm finna get out, you know, and go get this job, you know, unless you had something lined up already type shit though. Niggas wasn't thinking about really going to school. It's like, damn, I can't get out and just go try to go to school because I can't wait 2 years to get paid. I can't wait, you know what I mean, 3 years to get paid. I got kids that's hungry right now. I got a girl that's hungry. I got all kind of shit. My mom, I got to look out for all kind of shit. So it puts you in a state and that's pressure. And it's not just grown men having to deal with that. It was, you know, like, you know, youngsters, teenagers, all kind of shit though. Single family homes, you know, just the moms in the home and shit like that, struggling. You know, most men want to get out there and try to help their moms out. You know what I mean? So, and that's why a lot of dudes turn to the streets and trying to get money in the streets and shit like that, though. And it led to incarceration. Just about, I feel like this though. It's a few niggas that never seen the jail though. But I feel like if you was in the streets, at some point you had to touch that motherfucker from the juvenile, state to the, you know, to the county, maybe the, you know, even if you never went to prison or, you know, prison or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But every black person, I think, is in a way kind of like put in a situation where it's easy to go left. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with all outside shit. You gotta have a strong upbringing to really understand and have the right people around you to really, you know, push you out that way. You know what I mean? Of getting into some bullshit though, because it leads to a lot of different things, especially like with selling drugs. Now you selling drugs and you got somebody that's addicted to the drug. So their life is fucked up. You know what I mean? You might get cracked. Yeah, a nigga getting money and all that shit though, but you might get cracked. Now you losing all your money to pay a lawyer, or your broad that you was fucking with and took your bread, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And you sitting in a motherfucking cell and can't do shit though. So in every aspect of it, from the selling to the using, it affected the black community and put a dark cloud over the black community. And you know, just like, you know, different news articles and videos that came out, that wasn't something, we didn't bring that shit to the inner city. Black people didn't bring that shit in here. It was other parties that brought that shit in and that created to fund other shit. I mean, you can look at some of these shows now, like especially like Snowfall and shit like that, though, to really get an understanding. And that was based in motherfucking LA County and shit, though, to really get an understanding of what it was. You know what I mean? And understanding, nigga, they be it be Compton, Watts, you know, South Central LA, all the way to the motherfucking Valley and shit, though. You know what I mean?
Hey, but look though, cause that's crazy, because it's like really though a big chunk, you know what I'm saying, of the stuff that's like presented, you know what I'm saying, to the world about drugs, hustling, and all of this old type stuff. Also, you know what I'm saying, feeding it to your own people, your own kind. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's portrayed. You know what I'm saying? But there's other groups of people that like, you know what I'm saying, that does this shit on a different type of level. You know what I'm saying? It's just not shined upon them. The light is not on them because it's like they're some of the functional kinds. And then it's like there's some of the ones who have the money. So if you are one of the ones that's not functional, you got the money, you know what I'm saying, to make you look or appear functional. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even though a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, was affected by this old crazy stuff, but it's like, don't put it on us as if like we the only ones doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because just as you said, you know what I'm saying, we didn't bring this shit up inside of here. You know what I'm saying? Just once this shit was here, it's like, all right, shit, we can make money off this shit. Let's go ahead and do it. We did it. You know what I'm saying? They shined that light to like, look at what they do, and then look at what they do to their own kind. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if you like turn that light a little bit over to the right, you know what I'm saying, you will see, you know what I'm saying, some of you white boys is doing this shit too, to your own kind as well. You know what I mean? It ain't just color folks. You know what I'm saying? So
it's
crazy.
And you know, even taking it back to 86, like with the Lynn bias and all that kind of shit, though, all in that effect, you know, that's when Reagan was in office. I think from 83 to 86, he signed 2 bills. And, you know, when he signed the bill, so it'll be like this: 5 kilos of powder or 50 grams of crack can get you a minimum of 10 years to up to life. So now think about that shit, nigga. 50 grams. So look, you think about this shit though. Look how kilos, nigga, that's Bezers, right? Right? So look, the powder, you know, it was a lot of others having the powder and shit though. You feel me? Black people was mainly having the shit that was cooked up, you know, the crack. So now you could have 5 kilos, nigga. 5 kilos. You feel me? That's what it's gonna take to get you that time. 5 kilos of powder. That's what it's gonna take to get you that time. 50 grams, cuz 50 grams, cuz. I mean, damn, I mean 50 fucking grams, man. 50 grams could get you up for a minimum of 10 years to up to fucking life in prison. 50 motherfucking grams. That's about, if you break it down, nigga, $10
I don't
a gram,
even understand
nigga.
That.
Look, $10 a gram, nigga, that's $500 could get you 10 years to life in prison. You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand that.
Yeah, it's really hard to understand that, because it's like it was modern day Jim Crow type shit.
Hey,
though.
look, take this out, cuz how you say that, you know what I'm saying? They say, so if you're taking it from the powder form to the rock form, you get more time for the rock form than the powder form, right?
For sure.
So that's a form of manufacturing. Look at how they want, it's crazy how they want to condemn you, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess it's coming from the manufacturer. You're taking something from its original form, making it, you alternate it and making it into this, and then producing it to the public. You getting all this time for this. You know what I'm saying? But if I turn around and I make a nice little engine for a car, you know what I'm saying, I'm manufacturing some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting it out here to the public. These emissions that's coming from this car is going to pollute this air, you know what I'm saying, and do this type of shit, but you applaud me for that. Not to say, you know what I'm saying, that just because, you know what I'm saying, all right, you manufacturing You know what I'm saying? There's these drugs, or we even go to alcohol. You know what I'm saying? You got people, you know what I'm saying, bootlegging alcohol, you know what I'm saying, manufacturing beers and shit like that.
For
You
sure.
applaud me, you would give me money legally, you know what I'm saying, to make this lager beer, you know what I'm saying, and put on your store market. There's malt liquors and everything else. You finna applaud me and give me money to put this onto your shelves and shit. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm making a powdery form or to a rock form, I can have this powdery shit, but then once I make it and turn into this rock form, I'm just this fucking mad scientist that you're finna put away for years. That's some shit like I don't know that's some shit that's you can't comprehend no shit like that.
Right. And if you think,
That shit
and
crazy.
yeah, it's crazy as a motherfucker. And you think coming up, okay, now look. So if you coming up as a kid, right, and you see different avenues, different opportunities that you can get into. Say you go into, when you're in high school, you go into a high school that's, that has auto mechanics, that has, different trades that you can fuck with and get into, that you can be working when you get out of school. For people that don't want to go to college or don't have a option to go to college, you know what I mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
different opportunities that you can give people that'll give them hope. And I mean, and even in that aspect, it's like, you know, to have the understanding of investing, investing at a young age, and working on trying to be a boss, owning your own shit versus going to work for somebody, which going to work for somebody is not a bad thing. It could be a stepping stone to something that's, something greater. You know what I mean? But just to have them different avenues and outlooks to look at, to say, man, I could do this, or I could do that. Oh man, I got an opportunity to do this. Most black kids in the inner city, it's either football, basketball, sports, period, or selling drugs. A lot of kids ain't thinking about being doctors, lawyers, and getting into that different kind of things, because I think back in the days it probably was a lot more discrimination to stop people from doing that. Nowadays, you have a lot of black people that's in different positions and shit like that, though. But even all the way to the police, how we done talked about police reform before. I think, and I've said this before, that I think, people of the inner city community, not necessarily from that area, but it would be best if a person could be from that area. But people that have an understanding of the urban community should be the people that's policing the urban community, because they have some kind of understanding of how things go. And it's not like, okay, everything you do wrong, nigga, you going to jail. Nigga, you had one whoopty wop wop. Oh, you out of here. You know what I'm saying? You going to jail. Now you a young dude, nigga, you might be fucking, back in the days, just say you might be like, fuck it. I'm finna go to prom. I'm finna go to a dance, a party or something, and I got me some weed I'm finna blow on. You know what I mean? You walking down the street, you got $20 worth of weed and you get booked up. Now you gone, you're on probation. You got to do a little jail time. You got a record. You know what I mean? For something you was just trying to, enjoy. And if you fast forward to now, just because they have a better understanding of it being beneficial and financially beneficial for them, they, open up some gates for people to fuck with the shit. But it's still, for the people that's been affected by it for all these years, it's still hard for us to get into the weed industry, to get shit, and and just to have shit and run shit, and to move shit without being blocked in some kind of way, or not even, just not having the opportunity to even get there. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. I don't understand. Like what is the fear to the economic world, you know what I'm saying, to see black people getting up there, or people of color in general, getting up there, like owning their own corporations, their own banks, their own hospitals and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what will be so detrimental to have like these different ethnical groups to have their own stuff?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what harm is that gonna cause? You know what I'm saying?
Not no harm, no. But when you seen, and a lot of lights, when you seen as a threat, just period, You know, think about what Hillary Clinton said back in the days. You know, think about what she said as far as black people or black men are super predators because we're bigger, we're faster, we're stronger, and all this kind of shit like that. And that was something that she addressed and put out to the world. You know, so with that perception of us, it's hard to have an edge.
But that's crazy. It's like, how do we have that perception? You know what I'm saying? But it's like when upon a time in history have we just did some acts of just pure malice? You know what I'm saying? We just finna go out here, you know what I'm saying, just because, you know what I'm saying, and just fuck over these people. You know what I'm saying? It's like in speaking for blacks, you know what I'm saying? It's like we have more of a history of being, you know what I'm saying, accepting, loving, kind, forgiving. You know what I'm saying? It's like we have a history of that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no history of like being like no super predator. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it may be certain acts, you know what I'm saying, people of color have done. But we ain't, you know what I'm saying, we ain't walking no church, you know what I'm saying, and spreading up no, you know what I'm saying, a place of so-called sanctimony and death, spreading the whole place down. We ain't walking inside of no school, you know what I'm saying, and just, you know what I'm saying, shooting up innocent students and shit. We ain't dropping bombs on motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's not us. So
that's
why
real
ain't that
shit though.
perception there? That shit is crazy. How do we get that perception?
Man, it's just it's I think it's just hate though. But I think a lot of like how they say black on black crime, but just keep it real. If you go to you get like Russia right now, that's white on white crime right there type shit. All that
Yeah.
shit going on. Like just, keep it in 100. You go to these other countries, where it's other races and shit, and that's them races against each other that's fighting in some kind of way for something. But I think for us as black people, I think and it's not just like all our fault though, but I think we don't like fuck with each other how we should though. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, okay, I'm gonna lift him up, wooty wow, I'm gonna help him, I'm gonna help her, or whatever. Okay. And you see a nigga come in for a job or something, you know what I mean? And you overlook him for somebody else, or how, whatever the situation may be that causes a motherfucker to not like genuinely fuck with you. You know what I mean? Or like to show you love and shit though. We have I'll be like this because like back in the days, nigga be mad dogging, you walking somewhere, you see motherfucker, you mad dogging and you on that time and shit though, right? So now I'll be on this time like this though. I tend to try to make eye contact with a nigga to say what's up, bro, or to say what's up. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga don't look, I keep it moving or whatever. But if I see a nigga kind of look, nigga, oh, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Or whatever, and just kind of keep it moving. Oh, have a good one, man. See a motherfucker coming out the door, nigga might open the door for a motherfucker. Oh, have a good one. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of time, that I kind of be on and shit now. You know what I'm saying? And it's a trip that a lot of people, black people, is like, oh man, frowning, look, it's not for each other and stuff like that though. I think we would be better as a people and kind of killing that perception if it was more unity within us. You know what I mean? If it was a lot more unity, and I think, man, because we is a great motherfucking people, man. Like smart people
together.
Yeah, all that kind of shit, and it's nothing against nobody else at all, no other race, none of that though. But I believe our people is strong, and especially if we come together and just to create different opportunities. Just like we shouldn't be living in a day and age now where it's oh, you talk about a black bank like it's a big thing because it's not that many black owned banks and shit like that. That it should that kind of shit should be here. It shouldn't be, and I'm gonna tell you like this on me. This is me that right here. I get tired of seeing, oh, the first black person to do this. In this motherfucking day and age, we still hearing, oh, it's the first black person to do this. The first black person to do this. You know what I'm saying? That shit is whack as a motherfucker though, because for people that have an understanding of, you know, of our history, it's a lot of different things that black people have created, you know, from the spotlight to peanut butter to just different things though that we don't get credit for, you know, because the slave master took credit for it. And the slave taught the slave master how to do it, you know, and then there was, you know, like niggas is dumb and shit. Niggas don't know shit and all that kind of shit. You
That's
know what I
crazy.
mean?
See what you just said though, like we the super predators though. You know what I'm saying? Because you just stated like the slaves taught some of the slaves masters. Like how the fuck I'm a super predator and I'm teaching you motherfuckers how to do some shit, but then you turn around and you steal my shit.
Steal my shit, yep, and take
That's
it for yours. And you know, and like we was just talking about it, and I said with the Reaganomics type shit, when Reagan signed that bill in '86, they had some shit. I mean, you probably heard of it, Reaganomics. That's what they called it. He had a whole different plan that was, you know, supposedly to pull us out the little pull America out of the recession it was in, and just to try to keep it steady type shit, right? But Reaganomics actually kind of killed many black and Mexican families. Excuse me, hold on. Nigga keep burping like I got gas and shit though. But yeah, Reaganomics actually killed many black and Mexican families though. You know, just to keep it real, like it left people without jobs. You know, it actually lowered taxes for big businesses, and the proposal was to lower the taxes so for big business so they can develop more and create more jobs and shit like that for people to, you know, make more money and go spend more money, you know. But it actually didn't work in that fashion, and what it did was it helped big business, but it fucking took money from programs and things that was used mostly in the inner city. You know what I mean? It took away like food stamps, social security, disability insurance, and different kind of domestic programs that probably was set forth to help, that could help people. You know, programs for the youth, maybe programs for young parents, you know, just different things. Maybe it was programs to teach, to put people in position to have a different mindset, black people in position to have a different mindset on how to look at the world and shit. Because look, nigga, I'm out of Compton, you out of Watts. And me personally, nigga, my when I was young, I was not thinking about far in the future like that though. I used to always say, man, I'm on the club one day and shit. I used to say that shit all the time though, but I wasn't really thinking like in the motherfucking future like that. It was just the right now and what's going on right now, and like looking at the opportunities. But I'm telling you, because I was always the kind of nigga that looked and kind of paid attention and peeped game, and I knew who to fall back on and who not to fuck with, and kind of, you know, like how to maneuver. Like a nigga did a gang of county stints and all that little kind of shit though, but like me going to the pen, it was like a one-time thing. I was like, cuz this ain't the life for me. You know what I'm saying? I want to be free and be able to move around, experience shit, and do different things, and not have my freedom took from me. So I took that path and said, you know, I'm cool, nigga. I'm on this. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't see that opportunity. Like don't see that. Nigga be like, shit, nigga, how I'm gonna get this? Then you might be in jail. I know a gang of niggas that was like, niggas was in jail, and then you be talking about what you want to do and have the all out intentions on doing it. But when you get out, you got to deal with all these different obstacles. Seeing the PO, nigga, sometimes you might get out and the PO wants you to come see him a gang of times, right? And you like, oh, but don't I got to get a job type shit? Oh, well, you better make sure you still come in or you're gonna be violated. Blah blah this and that. So it's a lot of different obstacles that's, you know, that's putting in the way that cause a motherfucker to go back to jail, that cause a motherfucker to be in different, you know, different situations. And that Reaganomics back in the days was key to a lot of shit trickling down and fucking up, because they already signed the bill for the war on drugs, and then he signed the bill in '86 the with the Reaganomics kind of shit, to where it's took jobs away. So now you got all these different drugs flooding into these communities and these black communities, and shit, nigga, you making this much money? Oh, you got a fat apartment over here, a fat house over here, nigga. You driving this and wooty wop, nigga. Oh, nigga, you just selling that resort? Oh, okay, nigga, I'm finna get mine on too. And that's how motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? That's how motherfucker was moving and shit, though. I'm finna get mine on too. But that shit is land bias definitely affected Black history, you know, and I know it wasn't in the way that he probably would have wanted to, but because it just shined a light on a whole bunch of things. And it's sad that if you can imagine how many people probably died or did die before him. You know what I mean? Before him, it was somebody of that stature, a popular athlete that had a light shining on him. You know what I mean? Just think about how many other Black people, minorities and shit that died from the shit that they never talked about. You know? I just say it like this, man. We gonna represent Black History Month. We gonna talk about all kind of different shit, but we gonna represent Black History Month for the year type shit. So we're gonna talk about different stories and different people and different things that affected, the Black community. And but we gonna keep it cannabis for sure. So on that note, Jungle Boys, which is one of the top cultivators, they like OGs in the motherfucking game, in the tree game. So they was raided the other day. Check this video out.
Another teaser production. Another teaser production. Another teaser production.
50 grand? 114 grand. Oh, we had 114. That's what they walked out with right now.
This was asking if he has 300 acres, how much money can he make? No, that's what he's asking right now. This fool is asking him.
Yeah, they was raided the other day, as you see all the motherfucking police pulling up, and it seemed like they was raided on a technicality type shit though. So they had from the CHP, highway patrollers, all these different agencies that all came in to come book them. And as y'all heard, they took over 140 something, 20 something $1,000 from them, on top of cannabis and weed and all kind of shit. The California Department of Tax and Fee Administration, they that's who they owed, and they came in with that agency and another, and all them different police agencies. They came in and booked them, basically just hit them, raid them, and took all their shit. And then look, they took all their shit and then told them, oh, y'all can open back up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can open back up type shit though. But they had previously paid, like last year, they paid $18 million in taxes and fees alone. So this situation was like a little bit over $66,000 that they owed. But from what they say, they wasn't able to pay the money because the office that they had, where they had to pay the money, was closed, so they couldn't get in there. But they had a hearing set up. So what I'm figuring is maybe when the office opened back up or whatever, however the case went, they probably seen that fee wasn't paid, and then they booked them. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Then they booked them. So, and then when they found out that they booked them, they had a hearing set up. So they had a hearing that they were supposed to be going to, but before the hearing, they come in and raid them and shit. And then when they reach out to the agency says they don't have no idea why they was raided. That's crazy.
They got robbed. They got legally robbed.
Man,
that's fucked up. Legally robbed. Because I bet you, because it's like they haven't recovered anything, right? They just They got the buds, the flowers, you know what I'm saying, the money, all that stuff, right? And
Yep.
none of their property has been returned.
Nope, not that I
That
know of.
city, you know what I'm saying? That city, that was they took their taxes.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? They you know what I'm saying, they got legally robbed, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. Because I seen some of the stuff that was floating around on YouTube, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? The way they came up, the way the officers and all that stuff is talking, this, that, and the other. It's like how you say, you know what I'm saying? You charging me on a technicality. It ain't my fault y'all wasn't open or whatever it may be, but y'all actually just took over, you know what I'm saying? Y'all took like 2, 3, 4 times that amount.
Man.
Even if you want to add on a late fee, you know what I'm saying? I got a late fee for you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't like,
yeah,
they
that
ain't
shit.
got nothing back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the fight, you know what I'm saying, that like all cannabis personnel, you know what I'm saying, that are out here fighting is letting you know what I'm saying? It's really no line in that sand right there.
Mm-hmm.
You can have everything, you know what I'm saying, lined up. You can be paying your dues, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? But from what the information is gathered right here, it's like office was closed due to our pandemic that we having. You know what I'm saying? So since the office is closed, it's like, how am I going to give you this payment? You know what I'm saying? But when you open up, I got this payment for you. And like how you say, you know what I'm saying? Once they reached out to the people, it's like, oh, I don't know why you got raided.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, you know what I'm saying, should have been returned to them people right then.
Facts.
Like, give me my shit back.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
And like you seen on the video, nigga, like you see them stuffing the money in bags, and then they going to registers taking all the money and shit like that, though. Too.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, we want
this hard work, you know what I'm saying? And they do this bullshit.
Man, and like I said, Jungle Boys is OGs in the game, man. They got Fire Flower, they got Fire, they got the dab shit, they got all kind of shit though, edibles, all kind of shit. So it's a fucked up situation. And then you think about it, it's like, what steps can you take to recover that money? You know, is it a gray area in that? Like, so if they want to come get you, they feel like you getting big, they want to come get you, they could just come get you, you know, and then say, oh, we wasn't even supposed to do that, whatever the case may be. And then now it's, oh, we don't know about that. And it's he say, she say shit. So like, I'm pretty sure that it's somebody in there, they lawyers. I know they got lawyers and shit though, that's probably trying to recover that money because they a legal business. They are a legal fucking cannabis business type shit though, man. But I just want to say, leave us the fuck alone, man. Let us live and shit. You know what I mean? I'm saying for black people, for the stoners, for the best way to smokers, for everybody out there that just want to live and be happy, don't want to fuck with nobody, you know, just let us live and be happy and spread that good vibe and that good shit though, you know. So I want to say this. Check out the website and check out the different merch that we got on there. You know, we got different shit. So, you know, fuck with us, man. We got the hats, all kind of shit. Just look on the website and it's there. You know, we always keep the website up here posted for y'all to check out though. So, yeah.
Yeah. Circle Jim, before I go out too, I want to thank the subscribers we do have, our new viewers. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all, saying, finding your best way to smoke with Big J and Serpo.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And with that one being said, hit that like button, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that notification bell, stay up to date on all the ways on all the good ways and best ways to smoke.
Hey, look, and always and for motherfucking ever find your best way to smoke. We out.
Windows up when I light it up, choke back to back, burn OG up, sack for sack like OG cuz, gotta keep the bag, stay reeing up, try and make it last but can't get enough of that Bob Marley, turn everything into a cool party, you ain't put in on it, I'm so sorry, won't be puffin' unless it's your party, it's a Compton wave, I'm so gnarly, smoke is loud as a new Harley, back to the future like a young Marty, I keep them beats like a young Marty.